Hello, I'm Kathy Boettcher, and this is my son.
Logan Boettcher. We're the co-writers of The Good Woman, and we're so excited for you to watch the table read of our script. We'd like to introduce our talented cast.
As Beth Johnson, Keely Bright. As Phil Rimming, Dean Simone. As Betty Sullivan, yours truly, Kathy Boettcher. And our talented narrator is Sloan Boettcher. And as our radio announcer and homeless man, yours truly,
Logan Boettcher. Thank you.
Exterior house, Torrance, California, day. Beth's minivan sits in the driveway of an older, middle-class home. Megan darts out the front door, followed by Amanda, Beth, and Betty Sullivan, Beth's mother.
I just know everything will be fine. It has to be.
Hun, one of these days, those rose-colored glasses of yours, they're going to shatter. And when they do, I hope you take full advantage of it. Shit happens. Life's not perfect. Come on. Oh my Lord, you've got a run in your stocking.
Sure enough, there is a barely noticeable run.
Problem solved. What would you girls do without me?
Mommy! Hose in hand, Megan stands in a pile of dirt. From under her muddy dress sags a soggy paper towel diaper. She drops the hose, rips off the diaper, and throws it at Amanda.
There was an issue with the diaper delivery.
You get going. I've got plenty of Pampers. Girls!
Interior IRS office, waiting room, day. Beth paces. Finally, she sits down and pulls a small holder from her purse. She begins to sift through grocery coupons, wadding some, returning others to the alphabetized holder. The door to the inner office opens. Beth jumps up and drops the wadded coupons in a wastebasket.
They're expired. My market doubles them, but they are very careful. Can't slip an expired one by them. Not that I would ever try to.
Miss Johnson?
Johnston.
Come in, Miss Johnson.
Johnston, with a T.
Phil sits down at the head of the table. Beth begins to line up colorful plastic 3-ring binders in front of him.
I've categorized everything. I wanted to make it as easy as possible for you.
Quickly, Beth rearranges the binders.
Maybe that's better.
Unceremoniously, Phil slides a sheet of paper across the table. Beth studies it. She drops into her chair.
$175,000? You mean dollars? You don't understand.
She hands him back his paper, then frantically shuffles through her index cards. Her twitch kicks into high gear.
Here it is. Binder C. Page 10. I think that'll help you understand that I couldn't possibly owe that kind of money.
Your accountant had 2 years to prove that. 2 years. Okay, now I have 2 weeks to close your case. That's all I need to understand.
Without even looking, he gives her back the binder. Beth slams it down on the table. The twitch stops.
2 years. 2 years ago, my accountant said that was a simple matter. $5,000. Later, he won't return my calls because I can't pay him.
Not my problem.
2 years ago, I had a beautiful new baby. My last, I planned. 2 years ago, my father retired with honors from the fire department. My husband had a thriving business, so I thought, and I was running for president of the junior league.
Phil begins to drop Beth's binders back in her box. Beth yanks them out and replaces them in numerical order.
I lost the election, my father died of cancer, my husband's thriving business went belly up, my beautiful baby is now the poster child for the terrible twos, and our health insurance got canceled, so no vasectomy. And my home is in foreclosure.
And I suppose that your cat died.
Dog, hit by a car.
That wasn't a question, and I don't care about your problems.
You've made that abundantly clear. But don't worry about me.
Trust me, I won't.
Everything will be fine. I promise. Excuse my outburst. I am sure you are just doing your job. Not exactly how I would do it. Have a Merry Christmas.
Phil slams the door in her face and plops back in his chair. He pulls a mangled sandwich from the brown bag. Exterior federal building, parking garage entrance, day. Phil's Corolla ascends from the structure and gains speed as it approaches the sunlight. The accelerating car hits the crest of the ramp just as Beth steps into its path. Brakes grind in protest. The car screeches to a halt mere inches from the frozen Beth. The Corolla lets out a hiss, then stalls.
Are you fucking mine?
I beg your pardon?
Beth backs away from the bumper and steps to the driver's side.
Oh my goodness, Mr. Remming. Thank God it's you.
Shit, what? Pink binders?
Phil gets out of the car and raises the hood.
I'm so glad to finally find someone who will help me.
Phil leans in, fiddles with a cable, then slams the hood and hops back in the car.
You won't believe what happened. It's like something I read about in the paper, if I still got the paper. Unfortunately, they won't give it to you for free, so their collections people keep telling me. Tell me something I don't know.
Phil starts the car.
I don't fucking care.
He flicks his cigarette at Beth and revs the engine. That's it. Beth's polite housewife demeanor fractures in an instant. She violently slams her box to the pavement and pulls out Tyler's gun.
Start killing.
Today's the day. Beth's rose-colored glasses are officially shattered. Interior of Phil's car, same time. Beth, in the passenger seat, readjusts her precarious grip on the gun.
What the fuck are you doing?
Taking my mother's advice.
She spots an alley ahead and waves the gun at it.
Turn in there.
Yeah. What are you gonna do if I don't? You gonna shoot me?
I said turn.
You don't know how to use that thing.
Of course I do. You just...
Bang! A bullet tears through the roof.
Holy shit!
Oops.
Phil jerks the wheel. The car skids into the alley. Interior, exterior. Phil's car. Alley. Day. The Corolla sits beside an overflowing dumpster. Its passenger door open. Beth kneels and leans into it. Phil, now in the passenger seat, grimaces as Beth tightly binds his ankles with his belt.
How's that? Not too tight, I hope.
Oh, it's just peachy, bitch.
Name calling? Really?
Beth struggles to her feet and grabs the gun off the hood.
There were so many names I wanted to call you in your office, but did I?
She aims the barrel at Phil.
Did I?
No. Listen, lady, kidnapping me, of all people, it's really a dumb shit thing to do because no one's gonna pay to get me back.
A homeless man slips out from behind the dumpster and creeps towards Beth.
Don't be silly, I'm not kidnapping you. But if I was, I'm sure someone would pay to get you back. Not that I ever would ask.
The homeless man slams against the passenger door, propelling Beth into Phil. He shoves her off.
Money.
Beth spins, gun in hand.
Sir, you really should show more respect for other people's property.
The man slowly begins to back away.
Do you have any change? I gave all mine away.
Are you fucking kidding me?
She's not. Phil reluctantly pulls a quarter from the butt-filled ashtray.
Thank you. I ate my last granola bar.
What the fuck does a granola bar got to do with anything?
Beth takes the quarter with the very tip of her fingers and holds it out to the man. He snatches it, grabs his cart, and races away.
I would have preferred to give him some food. We both know what he'll do with that quarter.
What? Stick it up his ass? Who the fuck cares?
I do.
Beth surveys her dark, filthy, trash-filled surroundings.
We can't do it here.
Can't do what here?
Take your tie off, please.
A rat scurries out from under the dumpster toward Beth. She flings the gun at it. Bang! The pistol misses the rat and goes off. A bullet lodges in the passenger door just inches from Phil.
Quit shooting my fucking car! Wait, look. Here!
Well, that's not going to work. I didn't think people actually wore these.
I didn't think all pregnant women were crazy.
Out of the purse comes Betty's pantyhose. Exterior bodega, back alley, later. A paper shopping bag sits on the Corolla's hood. Beth sucks down a carton of juice, then pulls a loaf of bread and another juice from the bag.
I feel so guilty asking for paper, but all my shopping bags are in my car. You know how it is if you don't keep them in the car. Sure enough, you forget them.
She glances over her shoulder at the passenger window.
Well, maybe you don't. But most stores give you a nickel off.
Wow. Whole nickel.
She devours several slices of bread.
This would be so much better for you.
Smoke fills the car as he exhales.
Bananas make me burp.
Me too.
Beth studies the cigarette at arm's length.
My sister smokes. I've never even considered it.
She returns it to Phil's mouth.
So many things I've never considered.
The cigarette flies out the window. Beth opens another juice and offers it to Phil. He takes a big slurp.
Hey, how about if I reconsider my ruling? You let me go. I'll make sure you don't owe a dime. Sound fair?
Red juice dribbles down his chin onto his shirt.
I don't owe anything. Not a dime. I mean, seriously, how much insurance do you think one man can sell? Especially in the last few years. Clients were dropping like flies. But did I know it? Suddenly he's happier working from home. Then they took his car. Do you know how it feels to open the door and have the sheriff there to serve you? Again?
Actually, I do. You know what? Show me your fucking papers. Let's get this over with, right?
Here? No. Oh, no. This won't work. Back to the park. Hopefully that sweet little girl's birthday party is over.
Smoke billows from under the hood. When Beth turns the key, red lights flash on the dash as the radio comes to life.
Oh, my.
She pops the hood and climbs out. Phil gnaws at the pantyhose.
And they're off. Easy Money jumps into the lead on the inside rail. Filling the gap is Good Woman.
The hood slams shut.
Easy Money's stride is broken.
Phil stops gnawing and leans in towards the radio. Beth slides behind the wheel. The radio goes dead as the engine grinds and sputters. The engine roars to life.
And it's Good Woman by a nose.
Little water in the radiator and we are good to go.
Phil stares at the radio. His eyes light up. Actually, they just go from dull to mildly excited.
You really should change your oil a little more often.
Phil spits out a chunk of pantyhose.
Right. Look, seeing as my lunch hour is shot to hell, I'll make you a deal.
Interior Corolla, day. Beth removes her headband, pulls a small pair of scissors from her purse, and carefully cuts the band open. Next out of the purse comes a large pacifier.
Who are you, Mary Poppins?
My mother always said your purse should be like an emergency kit. Darn thing weighs a ton.
Mother always said, play the long shots, marry often, and only drink good whiskey.
And you took that advice?
She was my mother. Now I can't afford good whiskey.
Beth loops her headband through one side of the pacifier.
$20 on hit the limit in the eighth. I never bet on a horse.
Gee, I find that hard to believe. But I just go in with you.
Beth sticks the pacifier in Phil's mouth, runs the headband around his head, then secures it on the other side of the pacifier.
Don't worry, it's disinfected. Megan rarely asks for it anymore, but I keep it just in case. She can get a bit testy at times. Lean forward, please.
He doesn't. She gives him a gentle shove.
Thank you.
She tosses his coat over him and pulls the gun from under the seat. Awkwardly, she aims the butt at the base of his skull. A practice swing, then smack.
Fuck!
She uncovers him.
Oh my. I thought that would knock you out just like in the movies.
Say it again.
$20 on hit the limit to win. Got it. Really, I am so sorry.
She tosses the coat back over him. Exterior parking lot, day. Beth locks the car.
You'll be fine.
Gun in hand, she starts towards the entrance.
Billy Ray.